Because it's almost the end of the day, and this August gathering would always almost be feeling sleepy at the end of a long day. Well, you can clap. You can follow Dr. Ajini's method of happy hormones. Yes, yes. Well, I will speak a little different from what everybody has been speaking today. All of us speak about homeopathic medicines and how they treat a case and how they manage a case. We all know that. We repertorize, we use the mechanisms and treat. But I'll speak a little different from what we usually do. We have to see that the patient gets a recovery at the soonest possible time. So, obviously, homeopathic medicines works faster. To make it work more faster, or the lift karade, I use a different method along with the homeopathic medicines that I use to treat my patients. I make a use of a few things like what Dr. Ajin told, the happy hormones. I ask anybody and everybody who comes to me for whichever kind of case they are suffering from, be it recurrent cold, coughs, acute conditions or chronic conditions, I always tell them this is all because of your weak immune system. I can always help you with my homeopathic medicines to improve your immune system and fight out the conditions, but at the same time a lift karate method is always there which will help you and help the homeopathic medicines to act faster on you. And this is nothing but what, as Dr. Ajini said, the 4 different happy hormones. First thing is this: make sure you improve all the 4 happy hormones. How do you do this? As you already explained, I will not go into the details. Exercising and keeping yourself calm, music and whatever you do which makes you happy and relaxed, please do that. Secondly, what I say is the kind of food we eat. Many of us say food is also a medicine. I would say food is an additional medicine to homeopathic medicines. And this food will help the homeopathic medicines act faster on the human body and reducing the inflammation or the infection in the body. How do we do this? There are certain food in the that we eat can be called as inflammatory food. These are gluten-rich foods. You would have heard a lot of things about wheat, not to consume wheat. Why does one say not consume wheat? Because wheat contains an inflammatory protein which can inflame your body. Much of the diseases or conditions are because of the inflammation that cells undergo, thereby resulting in conditions or diseases. First step would be to prevent the inflammation. So how do you prevent the inflammation? It is by eating less inflammatory food, that is gluten-rich food. Wheat is one of those which are rich in gluten. Barley is also one more food which is rich in gluten. Be it whichever condition. I treat a lot of autoimmune conditions wherein there's a lot of inflammation in the body. The first thing I do is, apart from giving homeopathic remedies, I always tell them to follow a regime of reducing the inflammatory food, that is gluten-rich food. The second food which can increase inflammation is dairy. Dairy also can increase a lot of inflammation, except for curds and ghee. Curds and ghee, why? Curds in particularly because they contain probiotics. And also I recommend a lot of prebiotics. You would have heard of probiotics. A lot of food called prebiotics like kefir and other things which can, and even pickles what we eat is a prebiotic which goes into the body, helps the probiotics to multiply. So I would suggest very strongly that we always, as homeopathic doctors, also take care of these things which will help us expedite the cure or the relief to the patient, especially in autoimmune conditions. And I would not forget to tell about this probiotics. You should understand that probiotics play a big role in the mind and physical health of the body. You'll be surprised to know there are 40 trillion bacteria, good bacteria present. It should be present as 40,000. 40 trillion, 40 trillion bacteria, good bacteria. 40 trillion good bacteria is supposed to be present in your body in the gut to help you recover soon. We usually do not have this much because of various reasons. The kind of food we eat and the kind of allopathic medicines that you eat, consume, they kill a lot of good bacteria. So I very strongly recommend that we always recommend a probiotic, whichever inflammatory condition that you're treating. We have a lot of good probiotic supplements in the market, one being VSL3. It's a very good live bacteria, but mind you, this VSL3 capsule has to be stored in the fridge between 2 and 8 degrees Celsius. And ask your patients to pick it up from the fridge, consume them and keep it back. This will help a great lot in increasing the immune system, as also reduce the immunity, increase the immunity, thereby you can make the patient stronger very soon. Be it any condition, I would recommend that you always do this. And I would not take much of time. I just wanted to speak something different because I was not aware that I was going to be given a time to speak rather. So I'm just speaking extempo from whatever I thought would be a little different from what everybody else spoke. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjay. He is our IFPH is going to conduct cancer classes. He is one among the faculty of our cancer program.